Good day, everyone. We are still continuing with our lessons on part of speech. But before I start today's lesson, let's do a quick review of your homework under possessive nouns. Possessive nouns. You were asked to make the following shorter using S, and when we say possessive, it gets apostrophe S. And then we also use S and then apostrophe. Number 1 says the book possessed by Hadi. The book possessed by Hadi. Here we are showing that the book belongs to Hadi. Then, to make it short, we say Hadi's book. Hadi, apostrophe S, Hadi's book. And number 2, the names of the children. The names of the children. Names. Names end with what? S. Or the children, we say the children's names. Children. The children's names. We shorten it. The names belongs to the children. So we say the children's name. Hadi's book. We say the book possessed by Hadi. To shorten it, we say Hadi's book. That is what? We are using the what? Noun possessive here to see that the book belongs to Hadi. And the names also belongs to who? The children. But remember, we say the names. And when we say the names belong to the children. The names belongs to the children. We say what? The children's names. We know the names belongs to the children. Now, Hadi's book, the children's names. And those are the answers for your homework. In possession, be careful. Noun possession. When the noun take the S, you use S apostrophe. When it doesn't take the S or ends in S, apostrophe S. You say, example, my father's car. The boys' books. Now we see the difference. Here, this noun possession is apostrophe S. But this one is in plural form, therefore, apostrophe come after the S. And that is for your last lesson on the possession, noun possession. Now let's continue with today's lesson. For today's lesson, we are going to talk about pronouns. We are going to talk about pronouns. We are going to describe pronouns. We identify pronouns in sentences. We replace nouns with pronouns. This is our main target for this particular lesson for today. Let's start and listen to this question carefully. What is a pronoun? What is a pronoun? We will know when we look at these examples. And listen to these examples carefully so that you'll be able to compare the two paragraphs and tell me the changes or words that are replaced in these two paragraphs. Listen to the first one I read. Omar stands at the board. Omar reads the sentences to the class. The pupils listen to Omar. I read again. Omar stands at the board. Omar reads the sentences to the class. The pupils listen to Omar. And that is the first paragraph. Listen to the second one. Omar stands at the board. He reads the sentences to the class. The pupils listen to Omar. Compare the two. You can see that in the second paragraph, there are changes there. The first Omar, we maintain that. And then when we come to the second sentence where it begins with Omar, something takes the place of Omar there, and that is he. And to the last part of the sentence, we drop the Omar and we put what? Him. Let's continue. We shall see. Listen to this paragraph. Take note. We move to the second one again. Part of it. Binta went to the market. Binta bought some vegetables. Binta brought the vegetables home. Binta gave the vegetables to Binta's mother. Binta went to the market. Binta bought some vegetables. Binta brought the vegetables home. Binta gave the vegetables to Binta's mother. And that is the first part of it. Listen to the second one. Binta went to the market. She bought some vegetables. She brought them home. She gave them to her mother. The first Binta in the first paragraph and the second one we still maintain Binta. But when it comes to the second sentence, Binta in the first one is there, but in the second one, something takes the place of Binta there, and that is she bought some vegetables. And the same thing with the other one, that is Binta gave the vegetables, brought the vegetables home. We say she brought them home. There the vegetables is dropped, and then we have them. She gave them to her mother. We don't say she gave them to Binta's mother. She gave them to her mother. Now we have seen that nouns like Omar, Binta, vegetables have been replaced by other words such as he, she, him, her, and them. What are those words called? These words are called pronouns. I repeat them again. Words like he replaces Omar, she replaces Binta, him replaces Omar again, her replaces Binta, and them replaces what? Vegetables. These words are called pronouns. What do? What do pronouns do? They replace nouns. In short, we say pronouns are short words used to replace nouns so that we do not need to repeat the nouns. To avoid the unnecessary repetitions of nouns, we use the pronouns in the place of nouns. Now, identify pronouns in the following sentences. That is our activity 1. Let's try to identify pronouns in the sentences here. Let's start with number 1. I read, Fatu is a good girl. She studies hard at home. Fatu is a good girl. She studies hard at home. Try to identify the pronoun in that sentence. Fatu is a good girl. She studies hard at home. What is the pronoun for number 1? She. She is the pronoun there. Fatu is a good girl. She studies hard at home. We move to number 2. We stay at home during the COVID-19 period. We stayed at home during the COVID-19 period. Identify the pronoun in that sentence. The pronoun there is we. We is the pronoun. It is replacing the nouns there, everybody. So we use we to replace everybody in that particular sentence. I read the book. It was very interesting. I read the book. It was very interesting. What is the pronoun in this sentence? I read the book. It was very interesting. Number 3, we say it is the pronoun here. It, replacing what? Book. I read the book. It was very interesting. 4, the teacher gave them homework. The teacher gave them homework. What is the pronoun in that sentence? The teacher gave them homework. Number 4, we say them. The teacher gave them. Replacing what? Noun. The pupils, students, whatsoever. 5, Grandma told us a very nice story. Grandma told us a very nice story. What is the pronoun in number 5? Grandma told us a very nice story. Number 5, the pronoun is us. The grandma told us a very nice story. To avoid naming so many nouns there, we use us to replace them. 6, they are brother and sister. They are brother and sister. Identify the pronoun in that sentence. They are brother and sister. What is the pronoun? They. They there is taking the place of nouns. It could be Omar and Fatu, Buba and Ami. So we say they are brother and sister to avoid using names or repetitions of nouns. 7. John is a boy. He is in the class. John is a boy. He is in the class. What is the pronoun in that sentence? John is a boy. He is in the class. The pronoun for number 7 is he. To avoid repeating the noun John, we use he in the place of John. Fatu is a good girl. She studies hard at home. The pronoun there we say she. 2, we stay at home during the COVID-19 period. The pronoun there which is what? We. I read the book. It was very interesting. The pronoun there is what? It. The teacher gave them homework. The pronoun is what? Them. Grandma told us a very nice story. The pronoun here is us. They are brother and sister. The pronoun is they. John is a boy. John is a boy. He is in the class. The pronoun here is he. She for 1, we, 2, 3, it, 4, them, 5, us, 6, they, 7, he. And that is all for that activity. Now let's move to activity 2. Activity 2, listen to the instructions. Choose the correct pronoun to complete the sentences. Choose the correct pronoun to complete the sentences. You are going to, here I have options. You listen to the options and then give me the correct one or take the correct answer. Keba and Das are going to school. Number 1, I read again. Keba and Das or blank are going to school. Something is missing there. Listen to these 2 words. I, me. Which one is correct? I, me. Keba and Das are going to school. Keba and I are going to school. 2. Mr. Cham told Das to give his speech. Choose the correct pronoun to fill in the blank space or to complete the sentence. Listen to the question again. Mr. Cham told Das to give his speech. And the options are he, him. Choose the correct one among those. He, him. Mr. Cham told Das to give his speech. Mr. Cham told him. Him is the correct pronoun the to fill in that blank space. Mr. Cham told him to give his speech. 3. Everyone listened to Das in silence. Everyone listened to Das in silence. Listen to the options. They, them. I read again. They, them. Everyone listened to Das in silence. What is the correct pronoun they to fill in that blank space? Is what? Them. Everyone listened to them in silence. We move to number 4. The judges listened to Das carefully. The judges listened to Das carefully. Something is missing in that sentence. Listen to the options. I, me. Choose the correct one. The judges listened to Das carefully. I, me. The judges listened to me. That is the correct pronoun to fill in that blank space. The judges listened to me carefully. And number 5. We are very proud of Das. We were very proud of Das. I read again. We were very proud of Das. Listen to the options. She, her. She, her. What is the correct pronoun to fill in that blank space? We were very proud of Das. What did we choose? We take what? Her. We were very proud of her. We were very proud of her. Let's go back again. We look at number 1. Let me go over the instruction again. Choose the correct pronouns to complete the sentences. Keva and I are going to school. We don't say Keba and me are going to school. We say Keba and I are going to school. That is for number 1. Mr. Cham told him to give his speech. Can you say Mr. Cham told he to give his speech? That is not correct. We say Mr. Cham told him to give his speech. Number 3. Everyone listened to them in silence. They and them. It is correct to say everyone listened to they in silence. No, we say everyone listened to them in silence. The judges, number 4, the judges listened to me carefully. Did you say the judges listened to I carefully? No. We say the judges listened to me carefully. We were very proud of her. Can we say we were very proud of she? No. We say we were very proud of her. And the correct pronouns that we use are I, him, them, me, and her. And that is the end of that activity. Now let's move to the homework. In this homework, I would like you to replace nouns with pronouns in each sentence or in each sentence. Replace the nouns with the pronouns in each sentence. The teacher puts the teacher's bag on the table. The teacher puts the teacher's bag on the table. Here the teacher could be Mr. Ba or Mrs. Bass. So you can use any of these pronouns to fill in that blank space or to replace the teachers. 2. Kumba met Samba. Kumba spoke to Samba. 2 nouns are underlined there. And the nouns underlined are Kumba and Samba. So try to think of pronouns that is appropriate to replace those nouns. That is Kumba and Samba. And number 3, Fanta and Abdul jumped over the fence. Fanta and Abdul jumped over the fence. The underlined nouns there are what? Fanta and Abdul. Use a pronoun to replace them. That is Fanta and Abdul. 4. The boy has finished his exercise. The boy has finished his exercise. Number 4, the underlined noun is the boy. Choose the correct or use a pronoun to replace the noun boy. Fatu and myself are the best in our class. Fatu and myself are the best in our class. Fatu and myself are the underlined nouns, so use a pronoun to replace them. Let me read the sentences again. The teachers put the teacher's bag on the table. The underlined noun is the teachers. 2, Kumba met Samba. Kumba spoke to Samba. And the underlined nouns here are Kumba and Samba. Fanta and Abdul jumped over the fence. The underlined nouns are Fanta and Abdul. The boy has finished his exercise. The underlined noun is the boy. 5, Fatu and myself are the best in our class. And the underlined nouns here are Fatu and myself. And the instruction says, replace them with what? Pronouns. You replace the nouns with pronouns. Let's recap. We say pronouns are what? Words that replace what? Nouns, to avoid unnecessary repetitions of what? Words or nouns. We identify them in sentences. We also choose the correct pronouns to fill in the blank space. And we come to the homework which says we replace them, that is the nouns, with pronouns in the sentences. And that is the homework for the next lesson. Till we meet again, bye-bye for now.